Just checking if this thing's recording. Yeah, it's recording. So this is a review of, just tidy up here. All these little bits and pieces all over the place. Of a 10mm ratchet spanner. It goes that way if you go that way, and it goes that way if you go that way. Nah, I'm only joking. I just bought that, by the way. I've got there's a little bolt. It's the, let's have a think about what it is. It's a gear shifter bolt. It's a 10mm bolt. It's a right awkward position. It takes far too long to get off with it. You can't get a ratchet in there. 10mm spanner on it, and you're there for ages, like quarter of a turn before you can even get your finger on it. It's virtually all the way out before you can get your finger on it to unloosen it, and you're there for, it seems like 10 minutes. So I bought this for this specific job, to take that bolt out, that 10mm bolt out. That's the only reason I bought this. It's been doing my head in for years. So I finally got the tool for the job. Put it in the toolkit. Great. Right, so this is what I looked at today. I've got a pond pump, and I've just bought this because it's an eco. It's an all pond solution, adjustable pond water fountain pump. Okay. It's a eco 2300 ppfa, whatever that means. It's 2300 litres per hour output. Powerful filtration, low frequency, low maintenance, economical energy saving pump, suitable fresh and salt water. Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look what we get. Didn't take long to get here, really, a couple of days, not bad. You get a little plastic bag with some fittings. Let's have a look in that. It's quite a big pump actually when you see it. We'll see the kind of quality it's like. I'm going to get this bag open and see what we get. It looks like a really long cable in there. It hasn't got a plug in it. Okay. They don't seem to ship them with plugs anymore. This is the second one I got. The last one I bought, oh my goodness, what rubbish it was. It lasted about a week. I was really disappointed. You got some bits. This is the, I've got a feeling that's 25mm down to 20mm, which is very useful. And you've got another one just exactly the same. I will confirm that though. You've got this that goes obviously on there, and you've got another one. So not apparent where that goes. You've got a couple of washers, ring washers. Okay, and you've got the feet, 4 little suction feet. Because I remember reading the eBay blurb on this, and I think it has to sit horizontally. Okay, so it's got to sit flat like. And you got this. This is the. Or you can split the, and it's got valves on either side actually, so you can split the water. Let's have a look. Ah, see how this works. Actually, it's quite clever. You can have both fully open. That's fully open, or you can have one open and one shut, open, both shut. I don't know what the benefit of that would be if you both shut them both. I don't think it would be very good for it. But anyway, you've got this option. So you can have both open, and one open, one shut. And you can choose which one you want open, which one you want shut. So you can have one going to maybe a filter, one going to a waterfall. that's how you would do that, and you can turn the waterfall off. You wouldn't even need to have this in the pond. You could have this outside the pond, and just, if you wanted to turn the waterfall or fountain off, you could do that. And just have it go into the filter. If you want to stop the water going to the filter, flush the filter. I don't know how that works. I have in the pump I've got just now, which has been a very good one. I mean, I had it for I had one before it, it had been 3 years old, and it ran almost constantly, you know. But they use a lot of energy. Our electric bills are quite high, and this is the reason I bought this, because it claims to be 35 watts per hour. Here we have a fountain. It all feels very good quality actually. It unscrews, so I expect that's for cleaning. Excellent. It feels very good quality, this. And it wasn't actually an awful lot of money. It was, how much was this? Oh man. It wasn't a lot. It was under £40. I'll have to put in the video notes how much it was. You got this with a ball joint. Okay. Now this is some sort of fountain, directional fountain. I take it that comes off as well. I'm not 100% sure what this is for. It's something to do with the fountain. It's possibly something I'll never use, but you know. It's there. Options there. Yeah, it's to do with the fountain, but you know. You got more to do with the fountain. You get quite a lot for your money. You get this sort of thing. I don't know, what's that for? What does that do? Well, this is like kind of ripples on the surface, doesn't it? I don't quite know how that goes on. Well, that goes like that. That pops on. Does that pop on there? No. How does that work? Oh, does that go in there? Yeah, that goes on like that. I take it you take that off. You put that on there, and then put your 10mm, your 20mm hose on there. I'll just confirm that actually what size that is. I think I've got some vernier gauges. I bought this the other day there too. It's like a countersink tool. I've not used it yet, but to test that, see what it's like. Where were we? Oh yeah, the vernier gauges. I just want to see what where were we? Why this? I'm pretty sure it's 20mm. Yeah, it's 20mm. Look, it's 20mm, and that one's 25. 25. So that's a reducer. Okay, that goes on like that. That goes there, and you've got a skimmer. Okay, and you can turn the skimmer off if you want to. That's not bad. I might do that actually. Just it's dark at the moment. I can't actually set this up, but I'll set it up tomorrow. You have to put your own plug on it. I've got some plugs somewhere. I don't know where they are. You can take that off there. This one goes on here. How does that fit then? Huh? I have to go that way. It goes that way. How does that work? It just has it like that. Oh, I see, right. Okay. So that goes on there. That turns up. Why would you have it directional? I'm not quite following that. Now you can adjust it. You think you want to go straight up, but yeah, there'd be a reason for that. I'm not 100% sure. I might email them actually. Ask them why you would want it at an angle. You want to adjust it. So if the base isn't exactly, you can just adjust it a little bit to get it straight. I see, right. Very good. Don't have to email them now. And this goes up like that. So you get quite a lot for your money, really, don't you? And the cable is enormous. That'll well reach. What's this? Oh, it's your part stuff. Okay. So the last thing that men look at. You've got a flow rate down there, look. I'm assuming that's what it is. A fountain, year's guarantee. Energy saving. Yeah, baby. Let's have a look. I got the washers to put in there as well. I don't know if I'll have that one there. It's a bit. My pond's not actually that deep. Well, it'll be there. Maybe, what's that? Got a measuring tape anywhere? Measuring tape. I had one. I keep losing the measuring tape actually. Is that some like a universal thing? Anyway. Measuring tape. I had one handy. Is it in here? Yes, it's in here. I can feel it. Here it is. So if that sits on the bottom, that goes up. That goes up 50 inches. Well, from the bottom of the pump it goes up 2 feet. Yeah, mine will be not at the deepest point because I've got I put a bucket which I took the end out of the bucket and put a brick in the bucket and the fish can go there and hide. I wonder if that other end goes on the top of there, and you can actually put that down as well, can't you? That's it, you can put that down, this end goes on there. I think I'd prefer that down there. We've got this great big massive thing, I don't know what that does. Oh, yeah, that goes on the end there. It's actually extremely well made. I mean, that last one was an absolute joke. It really was, just rubbish. So anyway, I'll get all this stuff off, all the accessories off, and I can't remember what diameter hose I've got, but it doesn't really matter because it's either 20 or 25, and that's great because it'll fit on both. Perfect. It's worth paying a little bit extra for something like this. I don't think it was 40. And I actually don't think it was 30 even. I think it was just a tad under 30. And I think that's very good. And it claims to be a 35 watt. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, there's the instructions there. Mine is a 2300, remember I said. Power 23 watt. "10-meter cable length." Let's have a look at the pump itself. And like I see, you got all this cable which is waterproof, underwater cable. And to get a, wow, it's loads of cable. I'll probably just cut it to length and keep the rest just for spare, you know. Best way of doing it. Why have extra? So that comes apart. That's the floor. That's really lovely made. Wow. And you got a massive load of a massive area for debris collection. The whole thing's basically a filter, isn't it? Fantastic. You take that screw out and it gets the impeller out, and it's what did they say? A magnetic one or something? I don't know. But I must say that the pump I've got just now is got a flow rate there. Oh, it's notched. That's minimum, and that'll be. Did it say the flow rate was? 2300 litres per hour. So that's maximum 2300 litres per hour. That, you know, it'll reduce depending on the height. I've got two things coming off my pump. I've got I'll show you. I'll show you once I'll put this in the pond, and I'll show you it working. I've got a watering can which I've drilled a hole in the side of, and I've plumbed in a fitting. Does that fitting come out? It does come out. So this fitting comes out as well. Look. Yeah, very good. I don't know why you'd have a washer underwater. I think there has to be submerged this thing. I think they do. Not 100% sure why you'd have a washer. Maybe for efficiency. Just taking that. I'll have a look at the instructions, see if there's any reason why. It doesn't say anything about operation. Fully submerged pump part on flat surface. So it has to be fully submerged, this pump. You only run your pump fully submerged. It should never be run dry. It'll overheat if it does. Do not place in liquids other than water. Do not use in water over 30 degrees Celsius. Okay. That ain't going to happen in Scotland. Right. So there she is there. Very well made. It's got a little knurl on the back where the I don't want to fool about that too much. It's interesting. Cable. Does that mean you can take the cable out of the back? I don't want to mess around with that kind of thing. But I'm quite impressed in how well it's made. What happens when you turn that thing? Now that moves like that. So that goes to minimum. What does that do? Does that cut off the flow? How would that work then? Oh, it just reduces the flow quite significantly. Yeah, it can't suck in as much. I wonder if that covers the hole completely. Can't really see. No, it doesn't. It just reduces it right down, and that opens it right up. So the hole's not obscured whatsoever. No, it's not. It'll suck right into there. The last pump I bought filters for, but it didn't have anything like this. This won't stop small debris, but there's such a massive impeller in there that, and a massive bore there, and the all big bore tubes, 25mm, that any kind of debris, small stuff that gets through there, will just get put back around the pond and find its own way of own settling place. Anything big will get trapped by this, and I can just clean that. Any algae or what have you, but that's great. The filters are a pain because they block regularly. They block just now, and it's not good for the pump. It's not good for my bills, my electricity bills. My gas bills are always in credit, but my electricity bills always in debit because of that pump. And I've got quite a few fish now. I bought 7 shabunkin, and they've had babies, so there's quite a few fish in there. I know it kind of evens itself out. But I'm very impressed with this. I'm looking forward to using it. I'm looking forward to installing it tomorrow. Let's just see how easy the feet go on. It's pretty straightforward to install. I'll take the old one out, take the plug off the old one, put the plug on there, pop this in, put the cable on, the pipe, pop the pipe on the end of one of these, screw up the Jubilee clip, that's it, turn it on. So let's, I bought it off their website. I didn't buy it from a third party. I actually went to their website. It's All Pond Solutions is the name of the company. And it's Eco 2300 PPFA, 2300 litres per hour output. It's an eco pump claiming 35 watts per hour. I want to see the difference. I've just had a statement from the energy company saying we're in debit by it's £10, but I just want to see the difference in my bills, just to see if there is any difference, because I'm sure my habits won't change. Like I turn the pump on, my wife turns the pump on at about 8 o'clock in the morning, feeds the fish, and I turn it off at night. So what we're going to do the feet. Let's have a look at the little feet. Might as well put them on just now. See how kind of install they are, what the quality of the install. Might as well do it now. They just push on usually, but sometimes they can be quite difficult. They're a tight fit. That's what you want. No problem. Still not an absolute pig to get on. I can't get over that last that pump I had. I didn't have any time to complain, but I really wanted to. Man, it was dire. It was supposed to have been a good one, but it was just some rubbish, just a rip-off. Cheap rip-off. There we go. Yeah, they go on, no bother. I'll put them on, I'll show you. No bother, and they clip in nice as well. There we go, they're on there. They clip in lovely. They're going to stay there, they're not going to come off. Even that pump I have now, the feet, you lose the feet like. What's this plug at the back for? I don't want to play around with things like that. Okay, so I reckon the setup will be, I don't think I'll be having that on it somehow. I don't really want a fountain when there's high winds. Well, that just stays in there and that pulls out, you know, because the water is there. But I wouldn't mind a burble, a little burble, you know. But set this up somehow just before, just on the surface of the water. Does this come up anyway? Or does that just unscrew? Or is that enabling to lift it, adjust it slightly? No, it just unscrews. But you can adjust it slightly. I'm not sure how that works. Have a look at it. So where does the water come out then? Can't really see. Now that's sealed in there. The water actually comes up. Let's have a look. No, the water. Yeah, because that's sealed. See that? It's sealed. So the water must escape somehow. And then, so the water comes out of this. It comes out of this big fat tube. Look, it comes out of there. Hits this here. And just kind of burbles. Burbling or babbling is the way they describe it. And you can turn down the babble like so. Well, actually, I'll put it like that. See what it's actually like when it's like that. And I'll make sure that's on. How do I make sure that's on? What I'll do is I'll make sure it's on there. Is it on there? So I've just turned it off at the main feed. That's on at the main feed. And it's on at the accessory. Just make sure of that. You know, take that out. Yeah, so it's on there. It's going to come out there. And it's going to come out there. See, it's both on. Okay, fantastic. So this goes, yeah, this one will go, this is a better position for it, because most of the pumps, they come straight out. Go straight out. So the pipe is already at a disadvantage, but this comes at an angle. So it can run better. I need to put a washer. Do I need to put a washer in there? I don't need to put a washer in anything. I could save these washers. The water's up under what? It's under the water, the piping. Why would it need washers? I'm not 100% sure why it would need washers. Why would you worry about water, you know, escaping? You're getting a leak inside a pond. Anyway, it's not going to have a washer. I'm just going to pop it on like that. The pump will be, see the pond's like that. The plug is over here, so the pump will be roughly like that. So the pipe goes that way, this split, and it goes to a pot. I've got a pot which I've drilled a hole in the bottom, and I've got no, I had a hole already which just happened to be 25mm, and it was the exact size for this connector I had. Okay, so I'll pop that on there. That's the way it's going to run, roughly. I won't turn it right up because I might want to adjust it so I'll just keep it a little bit loose. Okay, that I can tighten up. That's cool. Get the pipe on top of that Jubilee clip, and I put the barrel blower on. Don't have to go crazy, and they're both open, so that's it ready set up. Just gotta get a plug on the thing. I might tin these wires just now. Get a spare one of these. Might be useful. I'm not sure why would they give you a spare one. What would that be for then? What else is threaded here that would take that size of thread? It's interesting that. Where else would this go? Why did they give you two? Just a spare, there's that kindness. It looks that way, doesn't it? Got these washers. See, a bit of advice about ponds and water features, waterfalls, pots and watering cans that I've got. If it's outside the loop, unless you can get it absolutely watertight, you're going to get a leak, and you're better to have the loop, all the features, everything, to drip within the liner. If they can drip within the liner, you won't lose any water. So that's a bit of advice. The water just goes round and round, never gets lost. But if you lose a drip, even if there's a drip every 10 seconds, the pond swing goes down. It really does. You'd be surprised. Anyway, so that's that. I could tin these wires, couldn't I? Why not? I like to tin them before I put them on a plug. Let's get this out of the way. Helping hands. Plug the iron in. Which one am I using? The work zone, the old work zone. Yeah, well, I'll use the Faithful for a change. I'll use the Faithful for a change. I haven't used that one for a while. Don't want to make it feel left out. The old Faithful. This one. That's a good iron, that. I've used the work zone a lot recently, so I thought I'd use that. Put all this stuff back in there. It's a long cable, mind, isn't it? I'm not going to need all that. I probably better have in the plug. Just try to think how a plug goes. Wonder if I've got a spare plug I can borrow, just to get things moving. Got the one off the drill I could use. I've got other plugs somewhere. I could probably borrow this one. So I'm going to need that little flat head. I need the Phillips. Where's my Phillips? Where is my Phillips? There she is. Got the Phillips. Is that radio tool? I hope I don't get copyright because of that stupid radio. Every time somebody plays a song, I have to pay for it. I don't get any money because of the that drill doesn't have an earth. Oh. Is that off the drill? Yeah, it's off the drill. Is it? Yeah, it's off that drill. That Bosch drill I've got doesn't have an earth. Oh, and that was loose. The live was loose. They get loose because electricity pulses, isn't it? So it works. That was loose as well. My goodness. Get these maybe screws out. Stays. Holds the cable in. I'll put a plug on this drill. I don't use it that much anyway. The puller drill. I actually hardly use it at all. I use it more for. Let's just show you this kind of thing. I've got this a wire brush. and I use it for a little bit of grinding, you know. I offer the whatever I want to grind up to the drill, put that in the drill, put the drill on, leave it on, and then just, as you can see, I've offered something up that's been harder than it. The iron should be getting up to temperature. Okay, let's get this old cable out. Yep, that's it. The old cable's out. So that doesn't have a neutral. An earth, sorry. Has a neutral, has it have an earth? Interesting. Okay. So we'll pop this cable through. And we'll get the lengths. We don't want it to be crazy. We'll get them in their rough positions, you know. So I can cut them, get them in. So I'm going to tighten that up. It's falling out. I'm going to tighten them up. Keep it in position. I've got a waterproof box outside which I plug everything into. It's completely sealed with a big rubber seal around it. There's only this shed plugged in and then the pond pump. So what am I going to need here? Not very much actually. I like to leave myself a bit more, but I can always cut as masses of cable, I can cut it back. I was going to cut this back, wasn't I? Can't calculate how much I need. Anyway, I'm doing this now, so. Okay, I need to cut this back to possibly, once I've stripped it back, I'll put it to there. I can always take a bit off it. And that one needs to go, the earth needs to go there. Don't want them too short, make them a tiny bit longer than you need them to be. And the neutral needs to go around there. I just bought these snips, Draper snips. Oh, they're not actually, the silver line. Very nice, they were a couple of pounds from Tool Station. Fantastic. So I just strip these cables back. And get the right gauge so I don't wreck the wire. You don't need an awful lot of wire, it's just going into that plug in it. And once it's tinned, it's far better connection. Just take that off there as well. That's it. Maybe that's a bit, maybe not enough. Taking enough off there. Should be alright though. That's it, I'm happy now. So you've got to untidy it. I can smell the iron now. Better put the fan on. I hate not having the radio on. It's the only thing that bugs me about making videos. And I can take that out now. Now I've got the right lens, I can take this out. So I can put it in the helping hands. I like to listen to the radio when I'm working, but whenever I make a YouTube video I can't. Because there's songs that have a hissy fit when you play their music. Right. Anyway, I'm not getting into all that. I get somebody to hold those helping hands in place. My lump hammer. Big old lump hammer. The old smasher. I use this for smashing up hard drives and other things. A bit of tin on those wires. The iron is up to temperature. I know that because I can feel the heat from here. A little bit of tin on there. I don't know why I tinned both sides, I just seem to do that. Get a little bit of heat transference going. Get a bit of tin on there, that's it. That's it. Just needs a wee drop. Get some heat transference going. And that'll do it. And I didn't damage any of the sleeve in. That's good. I'll give this a clean. And unplug it. Okay, it just makes for a better connection. I'll just unplug it. More professional connection. You know, professional. Although I'm not. I just like having a go. Okay, let's have a look. That's the tin I'm tinned. That'll help them stay in there. Instead of the strands, you know, breaking apart when you tighten it down. This will make it far better connection. That's the only reason to do it. I don't do it all the time, just if I'm in here basically I do it. And this is basically mostly where I wire my stuff, so you know, why not? Right, let's get it in here. What's going on here? Plug is giving me a hard time. But this is be ready to go then. If it wasn't so cold tonight, it just, mind you, I can't really see. I've got an outside light, but I can't see. If I've got time tomorrow, I'll film it. Just got a split shift tomorrow. I've got a lot to do. I just want to get home from my first shift. I have to relax like for at least 10 seconds before I get on to my next shift. There's a humble cleaner. It pays the bills. I'm trying to negotiate more hours at the moment just to get me up to contracted 30, you know, and then I can just kind of chill out a little bit. So that goes to up there, and that goes down there like so. I can pull that out, pop that into the neutral hole. It's in the neutral hole, tighten it up, why not? While the screwdriver was in her hand. And we'll get it. We'll go back over the connections and get them right tight like that. Can push up, push in, get them all out of the way of every screw and everything, just get it all tucked out of the way. This wasn't a video on how to wire a plug, this was a video on a Alpine Solutions pump 2300 litres per hour, which is going to be part one really, because I want to put it in the pond and then film it, film the outcome of it. I think it'll be okay. It seems a very high quality pump. Get these connections right tight, like because the electricity pulses, and they do come loose. As simple as that. This was loose. All the connections that were in this plug were loose. And you'll find if you go around your home, they will all be loose. Every plug you have, none of the connections will be 100% tight. You'll have to tighten them up. That's just the way electricity works. Just the way it is. You can squash this down somehow. That's the live going in, the brown. I don't know what's in America, what the system you have. But over here it's brown is live and blue is neutral, and yellow and green is earth. That's not wired up okay. I will actually confirm that, because I've got a diagram which I keep in case I have a mind block, because I don't use this all the time. I don't do this all the time. It's not my trade. I'm a cleaner. I'm an industrial cleaner. Contract cleaner. I clean at a factory where they need to strip and seal floors. That's what I do. Put this in. I do general cleaning as well, and domestic cleaning and stuff. Wherever the boss needs me to go, I go. Nice and tight. Tighten this up so the cable doesn't get pulled out. It won't do, because it's in. Once it's in its little sealed housing and in the pond, I might cut this down because that's an awful lot of cable. I won't need as much as that, and that would be useful. It's a nice cable that I could use that for any project I might come across. Okay, so I got the little, where did I leave the diagram? Oh, this is from my wife. I forgot I had it. It's gingerbread. I mean, you might as well just phone the dentist now, but you know, it was nice of her. Then I've got the diagram here, and it just shows you what's what. I always keep these wee wiring diagrams because they're useful. Like I say, if you have a wee mind block, you can just refer to it and go, oh yeah, it's better doing that. It's better being, I don't know what the best word to use is, it's being modest with yourself and just saying, yeah, okay, I've forgotten, I'll have to refer to the manual. There's nothing wrong with that. So there we've got live where I had it, and the fuse, and it says it's a brown or red, and neutral is blue or black. That's old money. Black and red are old money. Okay, red was live and black was the neutral, and green and yellow are green. Okay, all old money. The green was old money. Green or yellow is new money, and blue is new money, and brown is blue money. But that's the diagram there, and you know, I never use it, but it's there. Let's put that back up. So the pond pump, I will hook it all up tomorrow. Is that still hot? I'll leave it. Ah, it's cool. It's cool. I'll hook this up tomorrow. Get the pipe on it. It's only one pipe to go on because I've got them linked. Yeah, plug it in and review it, and I will let you know what my electricity bill is like in the next quarter to see if it's made any difference. I do hope so, because it is a draw. This is the box here. It is quite a draw. I don't really need the box, just in case anything goes wrong. I'll keep it for a couple of months. Got a year's warranty. I might just put it away for a year, just in case. Get rid of my little screw. I've got a little place where I keep that screwdriver for the plugs. That's it, ready to go. Thanks very much for watching.